And what's good, everybody? Glad to have you guys in the stream once again tonight, being a part on the channel as we have a big game. Both of these teams currently tied for number 10 in the Eastern Conference for the final spot in the NBA play-in round currently in the Eastern Conference between the play-in and the first team out of the play-in tournament. The Boston Celtics 18-20, the New York Knicks at 18-20. This game at MSG, Madison Square Garden, home of the Knicks. And both of these teams splitting the series against each other so far this year. Back in the season opener, New York picking up the victory in double overtime, 138-134 over Boston. Celtics picking up a victory back on December 18th, Saturday night, 114-107. Both of the teams were well undermanned, dealing with a lot of players put in the health and safety protocols. And here we go, matchup number 3 of the season, about to get rolling here in a couple moments. If you guys are new in the channel, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe, and glad to have you guys back on board being a part here in the stream tonight. And hopefully it's going to be a great matchup. Lorenzo, welcome back in, man, from Spain. Glad to have you back in once again. Jose, welcome in. Behind the Arc fan, hey. Glad to have you guys back in once again. Jason Tatum, only 19 points last night against San Antonio. He returned after missing the previous week in health and safety protocols. He usually has a struggling start with his first game back after quite a little lengthy pause. It's been all Jaylen Brown, though. He has gone off carrying the load for the Celtics, averaging over 31 points per game in the last 8 games for Boston. If the Celtics want to pull off this one, they need other players to step up alongside with Brown tonight and have a big game. And Tatum, usually much better in his second game around, as his first one that he usually has after a break. It's a tough one, 6 for 20 yesterday, but looking for a much better night out of JT tonight. Malika, welcome back in. Both of these teams struggling as far as this season to score points. Celtics coming in 23rd in assists per game this season. New York having a lot of trouble putting offense on the board. 27th in the NBA, currently averaging only 104.7 points per game. Celtics will go on the green-on-green uniforms tonight in this matchup as they go in their Green City jerseys. The Knicks will go in the white uniforms, orange numbers, orange letters, with the blue letters in the back of the jersey. Blue outline to those orange numbers, orange letters, as we're about to get ready to tip off here in just a moment. Everybody's healthy, no players in health and safety protocols. Basically, everybody's playing. Couple players out, Peyton Pritchard, Broderick Thomas for the Celtics, Kemba Walker, and Nerlens Noel for the Knicks. Starting 5 tonight looks like this. For Boston, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Robert Williams III. For the Knicks, it is Alec Burks, Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett, Julius Randall, and Mitchell Robinson as we are underway. Celtics right to left in the court as they control the tip first. Great start for Boston. Marcus Smart lobs it over the top, and that is a two-handed alley-oop jam by the Time Lord, Robert Williams III, to lead things off for the Celtics. Knicks first possession, left to right. Fournier, former Celtics, has it now for New York around the left wing perimeter, defended by Smart. Moves it into the hands to Burks. Burks dribbles up, drives on to Williams, shot blocked by Robert Williams. Number 44, first 2 plays of the night, making an instant impact for Boston. Horford at the right wing, gives it over to Tatum. Right baseline dribble. Tatum, spin move, double team, dump off underneath. Robert Williams gets another bucket. He's got all 4 so far, making an impact on 2 offensive possessions and a 1 defensive possession in this game to start things off in the first minute. Von Damian, welcome to the stream, guys. Knicks, second possession, wide open 3 straight away. Fournier lines it up and connects. Boyette, welcome in. Got a great game tonight, everybody. It's a quick start in this one. No 15-minute pregame for Thursday night TNT tip time. Jaylen Brown at the right corner, dribbles wide open right baseline. Too easy over Julius Randall and scores. Tremendous start for Boston, up 6-3, minute and a half through. 10:30 left to go in the first. Knicks have the ball at the top of the key. Randall gives it over to the right elbow. Robinson, miscommunication on the pass, looking for Barrett behind him, and that's a Knicks turnover. Celtics terrific this season, playing on back-to-backs. Uncharacteristically, they have been much better this year, playing on a back-to-back. Struggled yesterday against the Spurs offensively, and they lost by 2. Jaylen Brown had an opportunity for a game-tying layup to send it into overtime as the buzzer went off, and he missed it. And that's been the season this season for Boston, just roller coaster. Brown, though, he can score early and shows you right there the range from the right wing as he delivers. Trifecta by Jaylen Brown. Sustaining leads has been a big struggle this year for Boston. Last game I covered on Christmas, they were up by 19 and they lost to the Bucks. Air ball shot by the Knicks. Straight away by Randall, and it goes out of bounds. Celtics defense usually follows up a back-to-back game as a tough defense. 5-2 through 7 back-to-back games so far this season for the Celtics. Tatum, jumper, 18-footer off the front rim, no good. Defensive rebound pulled down by Barrett. Barrett takes up the court, defended by Brown. Drives down the lane, no good. Alter, the shot was Al Horford. And here goes the Celtics back with the ball. Boston by 6, 9.5 left to go. Cross court to Brown. Brown at the left wing, takes a 3, makes the 3 over Fournier. What a start tonight by the Celtics as they keep on rolling. Timeout taken on the floor by New York, with the score being 12-3 to the first timeout of the game. 9:29 left to go in the first, and Jaylen Brown's already got half of the points. Man, imagine if they had played like this on a consistent basis this year. Everybody back, everybody healthy besides Peyton Pritchard. In tonight's matchup for Boston, come into this game 2-point favorites. Big question, though, will they be able to sustain it? And right now they scored 12 against the bottom of an NBA offense with the New York Knicks struggling to provide any sort of scoring going on right now at the moment. Bradley, welcome back in, man. Bon Jovi or Metallica? I'll take Bon Jovi there, Lorenzo. Packers go, welcome to the stream. Great question. Jaden Ivey, EJ Liddell, Paulo Banchero, Johnny Davis has had a huge season. He's been massive this year. Kofi Coburn, I got probably in there. I'm probably missing somebody out of that grouping. I'm trying to track back on and see, but that's what I have right now. Braden, welcome to the stream, my man. What a start for JB tonight. Jaylen Brown, he got the shot at the rim too, so miscalculation here by me. He got the 2 3-point shots. He also got the layup that he was driving to the bucket, so he's got 8 points so far for Jaylen Brown. 4 points by Robert Williams. He got the first 2 buckets of the game. He also has a block so far, so tremendous start by those two. And Boston from the floor, they are 5 for 6. Tatum missed the 18-foot jumper. That's the only one they missed. Ron, welcome in, man. Yeah, that's okay. So, yep, that's who I thought I missed out on. Keegan Murray. Started to come up with a couple other players' names here. Benedict Mathurin from Arizona has been great. I was looking at Loyola Chicago beat San Francisco earlier today. I think Loyola Chicago is a great sleeper team. They lost to Auburn by 9. They have 2 losses against teams inside the top 10. Auburn and Michigan State are the 2 losses. And they got a bunch of seniors in the team for Loyola Chicago. And they won against San Francisco, who only had 1 loss going into today's matchup. Jabari Smith he's been huge this year for Auburn. That team is dangerous themselves. They're on a huge roll. Oscar Sheway is another one. He's been the best rebounder this year. So we're back into action. Coming out of the timeout, 12-3 Celtics. Knicks have the ball. Fournier, defended by Tatum at the left wing perimeter. Fournier moves it cross court to Burks. Burks dribbles straight down the lane. Bounce pass left corner. Randall jacks up a three. And no good. Hit the rim short. Defensive rebound pulled down by Jaylen Brown. Happy New Year, Tony on the stream. Welcome in. Brown, straight away three. Open. No good, though. Too strong. Fournier comes out with a defensive board for the Knicks. Under 9 minutes left to go in the first. New York with the ball. Fournier floats up a runner. No good. Hit the rim short, but he got fouled. And the clock will stop with 8:51. First personal foul by the Celtics tonight. It's going to be charged to Marcus Smart. How many points I got Jaylen scoring tonight in this game? I'm going to go with 32 for my prediction. If somebody else steps up and has a big game along with him, Celtics should be able to take this. First shot misses by Fournier. Second shot by Fournier. That's good. I heard about that with Novak Djokovic. Bounce pass looking for Brown. Missing the mark, though, and it goes out of bounds. Al Horford let it go a little bit too far to the right of Brown inside the key. He was covered one-on-one. That probably would have been two if he got that straight to him directly. Fournier catching fire three at the left wing. That is off the back rim, no good. Fournier having a tough season here in New York. Tatum defended one-on-one by Randall at the left wing perimeter. 15 on the shot clock. Tatum. Bounce pass behind his back sets up Smart. Smart at the left corner defended by Burks. 8 on the shot clock, lobs it up over the top looking for Williams, deflected. He's able to get the ball back into the hands of Smart. Launches left corner three off the back rim, no good. Defensive rebound pulled down by Burks. Burks will slow down the ball, wait for the offense to set up. Knicks have possession 4 minutes through, 8 minutes left to go in the first. And away from the basketball, it's going to be Celtics foul, looks like reaching in. So Boston picks up their second personal. Burks shooting a three short. Rebound to Robert Williams. Boston lob over the top to Tatum, deflected out by Fournier. Yeah, that's a massive game tonight. Wisconsin and Iowa taking on each other at 8. Huge win for Wisconsin, beating Purdue earlier this week. I think they're going to be the team of the week this week, based on how they've been playing. Horford gives it over to Smart. Back outside to Horford, top of the key three, no good off the back rim. See, Celtics have struggled from three this year, 24th in the NBA. Jaylen Brown is connected on 2 threes, but nobody else yet to do so. Driving to the bucket, get that out of there. Robert Williams, second block in the game to 4.5 minutes. Boston with the ball. Brown backs his way. Jumper, mid-range, off the front rim, picked up on the rebound by Fournier. Defense really starting to pick up. Both of these teams are cold from the floor. Fournier dribbles up, floats up the runner, slips past Brown, and able to get it inside to the bucket. Brian, welcome back in, man. 7 minutes left to go in the first. Bounce pass cutter. Brown denied, but fouled. That's a hard foul. And Jaylen Brown will head to the free throw line, shoot 2. Clock will stop with 6:59 left to go in the first. Nice pass off the cutter was Smart, who bounced past it out down to the trail to Brown, and Alec Burks, the one who picks up the blocking foul. Raymond, welcome in. This is actually a Paul Pierce jersey I have on. These are sweet colors they had back 13 years ago. The greens and the blacks they wore. Cram, welcome back in. Jaylen Brown, both of the free throws go down. Another tremendous start for JB. He's already into double figures, 10 points. Tatum yet to score tonight. Jaylen Brown 3 for 5 from the floor, a perfect 2 for 2 at the free throw line, and he's connected on both 3-point shots as well. Knicks have the ball, top of the key, Fournier. Fournier dribbles up, swings it out left corner, wide open 3. Barrett off the mark, no good. Tip to the perimeter, deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. Celtics will come up with a basketball. 6:39 left to go. Knicks wondering that they thought that they were supposed to get the basketball back. They thought it was deflected out by Robert Williams instead of Mitchell Robinson. The referees call it last touch by Robinson. Michael, welcome back in, man. Thanks so much for joining in. Goody, best of luck to you as well this week with your team there. Slim chance for both the Steelers and the Ravens. Both of the teams have their destiny in the hands of the Jags on Sunday. Okay, referees reverse the call. They say that it's Knicks ball. And Fournier pushes off. Offensive foul by Evan Fournier, pushes off at the top of the key, defended by Marcus Smart, and the Celtics will come up and get the basketball next. It was also Robinson around the pick, too. Yeah, Mitchell Robinson had set the pick, and Smart got sandwiched in between Fournier, the ball handler, and Robinson, the one who came to the top and set the pick. So one foul each so far by Robinson, Fournier, and Burks. Here's a jumper connecting. And the Celtics extending. Marcus Smart sinking down the triple. 6 minutes left to go. First quarter, midway through. Quarter number 1. Great start tonight for Boston, only 6 points allowed. Knicks, bottom 4 offense in the NBA. They have the pass picked off in the corner by the Time Lord. Big time hustle and physicality tonight by number 44 right out of the get-go. Bounce pass right corner Tatum. Tatum dribbles right baseline on Fournier. Defended one-on-one. ISO ball right here. Tatum had it poked loose away. Out of bounds it goes, and last touch by Fournier. It's going to stay Celtics ball. Michael, welcome back on the stream, man. Celtics showing fight, grit, intensity right out of the gate tonight. 5:42 left to go in the first. Boston will get the inbound. Smart, Robert Williams, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, and coming into the game for Tatum now will be Josh Richardson. Richardson with a big game the last time that these two teams met up, and that is a bucket right at the rim. It's actually Grant Williams who is on the court right now for Horford as well. Boston with a 13-point lead right at the rim. Entry pass, and Mitchell Robinson throws it down with a two-handed jam. Richardson dropped down 27 in the last matchup on December 18th. Celtics by 11. Robert Williams swings it outside to Richardson. Richardson back out to the top to RW3. Gives it over to Smart. Smart fade away. No good. Not a good look right there off the front rim. Defensive rebound picked up by Randall. Randall, Burks, Fournier, Robinson, and Barrett. That's the 5 in the court currently for the Knicks. Randall, a lot of dribbling at the free throw circle. Gives it outside to Fournier. Launches a 3 and connects. Knicks finally with double digits on the board. And it took them over 7 minutes to do so in this first quarter. Celtics up by 8. They have the ball. Richardson dribbles up. Williams stays with him. Lobs it up over the top to the Time Lord, and he gets fouled. Julius Randle knocks him down from behind. And Robert Williams III will head to the free throw line. Coming up as it was just a simple pick and roll. Johan, welcome back to the stream, man. 4:30 left remaining in the first. Evan Fournier scored 9 points, and the Knicks rest of their team has only scored 2. Mitchell Robinson's got 2 points. Julius Randle is yet to score. Scored 35 points in the season opener back on my birthday, October 20th. And he's done nothing tonight. They're going to say non-shooting foul. Celtics get the inbound. 4.5 left to go in the first. Smart pushes off, gets called for the offensive foul. Clearly just launches that left hand out and puts down Evan Fournier. So Marcus Smart takes a seat on the bench. And quick foul trouble for him now. He picks up his second personal foul. He's the only one to commit a foul tonight for Boston. He's got both fouls. So 2 is a team by the Celtics, 4 now by the Knicks. 1 each by Randall, Robinson, Burks, and Fournier, all starters. Top of the free throw circle. Taj Gibson now into the game for New York. Hands it off to Fournier. Kick out left corner. Dribbles left baseline Barrett. Floats one up. Blocked by Grant Williams. And the Celtics pick up the basketball at the baseline with Josh Richardson. Here goes Brown. Moves it out to the right wing to Schroeder. Glad to see he's back into the lineup. 3-point shot taken by Brown. Flies up a prayer and could not connect. He got knocked down by Gibson. No call. Randall with the ball. Moves it over to Barrett. Barrett turns the corner, double teamed inside the key. Passes outside to Fournier. Fournier gonna hold it, 8 on the shot clock. 3:40 left to go on the game clock. Fournier at the left wing. He's got 9 out of the 11 points so far. Jumper, no good. Hit the rim. Short offensive rebound by Gibson. Back over to Fournier. Pump fake. Gets around Grant Williams. Open 3 and connects. Evan Fournier, former Celtic for the second part of last season after the trade deadline. The savior tonight on his home court at MSG for the Knicks. Dribbling into the key, jumper to left elbow, no good, missed by Richardson. Celtics taking a lot of low percentage shots lately. It's allowed the Knicks to crawl back in, winning a 5-point game. Hand off around the perimeter. Barrett gets it at the top, moves it outside left wing to Randall. Randall, jumper, 18-footer, not even close. Off the back rim, no good. What did this man have for breakfast? I don't know, but it doesn't sound so good right now. Julius Randall, 0 for 3 shooting from the floor, and he just forces up a prayer. 18-footer, contested with a hand in the face, and it went off the back rim. Not even close. Celtics have it, driving. Schroeder, dish out to the left wing, launching a deep 3, and no good. A brick sent by Richardson. Offensive rebound by Schroeder. Dribbles out to the top. Schroeder defended by Randall. Here goes Schroeder looking for the blow by. Randall closely guards. Turns around and gets it a go inside a key. Dennis Schroeder finds a way to get on the scoreboard, and he does that right there. Celtics by 7. There we go. No school tomorrow for Bradley. Awesome, man. Yeah, I'm supposed to get 6 to 8 inches where I am. Floater over the top. Gibson snags it. Gets past Grant Williams and throws down the dunk. Timeout taken on the floor, 21-16 to score with 2:04 left to go in the first quarter. We'll be back coming up out of the timeout here. The Celtics are up by 5. Joe, welcome to the stream. Ben, welcome back in from London. Glad to have you guys in the stream once again. Awesome there, man. I heard Illinois, last time I checked, they were crushing Maryland. Let's see if that's true right now. Wow, Maryland came back. They're actually leading 34-30. Yeah, I saw the score early, like around like 20 minutes ago, and they were actually up in that game by like double digits early on. Zerado, welcome to the stream. If you guys are new, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks so much for joining in, being a part here on the channel. Actually, there's no other NBA games going on at the moment. There's only 4 games on the slate tonight. Pistons at Grizzlies tipping off in less than 10 minutes. Same as Warriors at Pelicans, and in the late games, Clippers at the Suns. So not really much going on as far as NBA games tonight. Indiana leading Ohio State currently, 34-30. For college basketball, not much going on for college hoops either tonight. A bunch of games tipping off at 8 o'clock, but a ton of mid-majors playing tonight. Loyola Chicago knocked off San Francisco earlier today, 79-74. The Ramblers up to a 10-2 record, looking great. Only 2 losses against top 10 teams, with losses by 2 against Michigan State and a loss by 9 against Auburn. So they've been a really good team this season, and they're slept on right now. They don't even have any top 20. They're not even in the top 25. They're receiving votes outside the top 25 for the Ramblers, but they've yet to get in the top 25. From Puerto Rico, glad to have you in the stream here. Well, the Colts win on Sunday. I think they should be able to win that on Sunday. The Ravens and the Steelers, though, are praying that the Jags win on Sunday. So we get right back to action. 21-16 the score coming out of the timeout. And it is good. Celtics jumper. Dennis Schroeder with a response. 1:45 left to go in the first. Schroeder's got 4 points now. Bounce pass to the right wing into the hands to Randall. Randall turns the corner. Dribbles, kick out left corner. Open three, Barrett. Off the back rim, no good. Tatum back in the game. Picks up the defensive rebound. It is Tatum, Richardson, Ennis Freedom, first time tonight playing for the Celtics. Dennis Schroeder and Grant Williams. Tatum, jab step at the top. He's defended by Barrett. Crossover. Around the perimeter, 8 on the shot clock. Swings it inside. Lost the handle by Tatum, looking for Freedom. It gets intercepted by Randall. 2-on-1. Soaring dunk by Taj Gibson of the Knicks, and they put themselves back within a 5-point game. 1 minute left to go in the first. 8 points off a turnover so far for the Knicks in this one, off of 3 Celtics turnovers. Cade, welcome back in, man. At the top, Grant Williams shoots a 3 and he airballs it. No good out of bounds. And this one gets stolen right back by the Celtics. Tatum, double team driving down the lane inside, and he gets fouled. Should be 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. Clock will stop with 39.9 seconds. What's good, Bill? Welcome on the stream. Great start for Boston, though the Knicks are closing in rather fast lately. Jaylen Brown having a tremendous start to these games. He's been carrying the load. Jaylen Brown with 12 points right out of the gate. They followed the intensity of Robert Williams, but right now Brown and Robert Williams both on the bench, and the gap has started to become close. Tatum finally on the board tonight, hits his first free throw. 24-18. Second shot at the line for Tatum, and that one goes through as well. Celtics back within 7. Knicks with a possession. Pass half court. With Quickly, hands it off around the perimeter to Quinn Grimes, rookie from Houston. Now it's over to Randall. Randall backs his way, puts it outside Fournier, keeping the Knicks alive in this one in the first quarter. Quickly, 5 in the shot clock, bounce pass, right baseline. Randall off of a double team, swings it out to the top. Fournier bobbles it, shot clock winding down, couldn't get it off in time as the prayer was launched after the shot clock ended, and it will be Boston basketball. Wow, the Warriors are underdogs tonight. I heard Steph's not playing tonight. Underdogs against the Pelicans, though. That's still kind of crazy. 10 seconds left to go in the first. Celtics by 7 as they have the ball. Shooter at the left wing, swings it out to the top. Tatum. Tatum off of a double team. Spin move. Bounce pass right corner. Richardson. Richardson jumper. Tough shot. Off the rim, no good. Tip-in couldn't work at the end as it was after the buzzer by Freedom. And we close out the end of 1. Celtics by 7. Low scoring game. 25-18. Jaylen Brown to Robert Williams III. Bulk of the work so far by Boston. They have done in that first quarter. Jaylen Brown lighting it up. Top scorer in the game. He's got 12 so far. 4 for 7. 5 rebounds. Top rebounder also has made 2 threes tonight. Great showing by Brown. Needs a ton more help, though. And Tatum, slow start. He's only attempted 1 shot. He's got 2 points both to the free throw line. And Robert Williams has 2 blocks right out of the gate, making an impact. He had the first 2 buckets tonight for Robert Williams. Steven, welcome back in, man. Mario, welcome in. If you guys are new, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe right now on the timeout, as we are currently swapping between quarters. Evan Fournier single-handedly keeping the Knicks in this game. He's got 12 points as well for Fournier. He's made 3 threes. Wow, Draymond Green not playing for Golden State. Man. Yeah, they got a really good culture around them for the Warriors. We've seen it done before when players were out. Other players step up. Because that game they played on Christmas against Phoenix didn't have a single player in health and safety protocols during that game. And it was it was at Phoenix, and Golden State still managed to find a way to win, even though for that game Wiggins was out, Jordan Poole was out for that game. They had 4 players total that were in the protocol at the time on Christmas Day, and they ended up beating Phoenix. They went on a huge run at the end, I remember, with Otto Porter to get things done. Yeah, they could definitely need Klay Thompson back tonight. He's coming back for the game after that one. He should be back on the Sunday against Cleveland for his debut. Vegas, welcome back in, man. Christian on the stream, welcome in. Getting Snow Island, Kentucky. Yo, we're supposed to get, where I am, we're supposed to get 6 to 8 inches of snow tomorrow. Good morning to Cuckoo out here overseas. Yeah, I know where I am. A lot of schools have closed for tomorrow. Jordan Poole, I think he's a future All-Star. He's really improved. I think he's gonna be a solid player. Um, I'm not sure if he can reach the All-Star level, but I think he's gonna be a really good starter in the league. As coming back to start off the quarter, it's a 3 made by the Knicks. 25-21. First possession, second quarter for Boston. Top of the key, it is Enes Freedom, who hands it off to Tatum. Tatum, Freedom, Schroeder, Richardson, and Grant Williams. That's the 5 in the court. Williams moves it outside to Tatum, launches a 3 and sinks it. First bucket of the night on the board now with a made field goal by JT. Frankie on the stream, welcome in. 1 minute through quarter number 2. Knicks with the ball at the top of the key. Burks pushes it outside to Grimes. Now into the hands to Quickly. Dribbles towards his left at the right wing. Bounce pass into the hands to Obi Toppin. Toppin backs his way right block. Turn around. Tough shot. No good off the backboard. He goes down. No call by the referees. Rebound picked up by Richardson. Richardson dribbles towards his left. Hands it off around the perimeter. Schroeder almost got it blocked by Grimes, but dished over to Richardson. Richardson left corner. Passes outside once again to Schroeder. 10 on the shot clock. Towards his right, he dribbles in the outside. Schroeder, top of the free throw circle, swings it out to Richardson. Got some space. Launches. Connects. Triple on the outside perimeter by Josh Richardson, the leading scorer when these two teams last met up back on December 18th. He had 27. Knicks down by 10. They have the ball. Top of the key quickly. Dribbles, flings it out to the left corner. Burks, left baseline dribble. Now he's triple teamed by a brick wall and gave up the basketball. Freedom picks up the steal for the Celtics. Over to Tatum. Tatum at the left wing. Takes the three-point shot straight away. Hits another one. That is good. Jason Tatum took him a quarter plus to finally start to get into a rhythm, but he's got it now. Early second quarter, bang, bang on 2 straight three-point shot attempts by Jason Tatum. He's got 7. Timeout taken on the floor once again by Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks. 9:55 left to go in the second. It's the Celtics by 13. Oh, wow. Distant learning tomorrow. Yeah, I know quite a bit of schools have stopped that for now with the snow days for distant learning. They used to do that last year, but this year I think they're just having the snow days, and they have to make them up at the end of the year. So that's what Jaylen Brown needs. Brown with 12 points. Jason Tatum, he hit the 2 free throws, so he has got 8 right now. So update on his score. Jason Tatum's got 8 points right now currently, along with 3 assists, 2 steals. So when a second player wakes up to compliment Jaylen Brown, things are good right now for the Celtics, and you can see reflection by the scoreboard. This team has been just all over the place this year, but when they have been locked in consistently defensively and playing much better offensively, they've been able to pick up W's, and when they've struggled offensively and just one player carrying the load usually results in an L. And right now, it was close because it was all Jaylen Brown, but currently Tatum picking it up. And now they're starting to pull away for Boston at the moment. Do I like rain or snow more? I used to like snow when I was a kid. I guess it all depends on the day or so, because I usually have to go to work in the snow, because my job requires me to go into work whenever it snows. So I probably pick rain more. When I was a kid, though, it was always good because you used to get days out of school, but not too fun when you're a working adult and still have to drive in that going to work. Yeah, I heard that game yesterday was quite sloppy. I think it was 51-47. Iowa State beat Texas Tech. Yeah, Villanova with a huge victory yesterday over Creighton. It's been two lopsided games that they played against each other this year. Creighton took the first one and Villanova with the second one. So we're back to action. 13-point lead by the Celtics. Under 10 minutes left to go in the second. Knicks have the ball, launching a three off the mark, missed by Quentin Grimes. Offensive rebound straight away. Hits the front rim, missed by Burks. Tipped up into the hands of Grimes for another offensive rebound. Back to the right corner. Burks backs his way. Ooh, a flop right there by Schroeder. No call by the referee. And a miss off the front rim by Burks. Celtics with the ball, launching from deep. Splash. It goes down. Josh Richardson sinking down the triple. Celtics looking good right now. 16-point lead. Big question, can they sustain it throughout this game? They've had a lot of trouble this season doing that. They've been great, though, on back-to-backs. 5-2 records on 7 games they played on back-to-back so far this year. Definitely different from last season when they were losing constantly on back-to-backs. 3, sinking it down from the top of the key for New York. Ryan Frank, welcome to the streamer, guys, once again. Driving, kick out. It's Grant Williams into the hands of Tatum. Slides to his right. 3-point shot he makes. Jason Tatum now has 11. So Brown and Tatum both in double figures. The top 2 scorers for the Celtics. Brown with 12. Tatum now up to 11 as he has made 3 straight triples in a row. Knicks with the ball once again trailing by 16. Quickly. Dribbles at the free throw circle, defended by Schroeder. Dribbles all around. Forces up a jumper. 18-footer connects. And that goes down for Emmanuel quickly. Celtics, we'll see what they can do here. Ennis Freedom getting some quick playing action in the early second. They give it outside to Tatum. Tatum around the Freedom pick towards his right. Tatum at the top of the key, dribbles up, swings it out to Grant Williams. Takes the 3, couldn't connect though off the back rim. Defensive rebound pushed up the court. Celtics failed to get back defensively. That's on Grant Williams. Two-handed jam. Obi Toppin throws it down. They going to count it or no? They're not going to count the bucket. Actually, it's on Quickly. Quickly got called for the offensive foul. He didn't even need to do that. So they erased the 2 points off the board for New York. Tom Thibodeau not too happy about that one. And Emmanuel Quickly, no need to do that. Obi Toppin was was 10 steps behind the defense, wide open for the two-handed dunk, which he dunked in, and quickly on the outlet pass pushed off and got called for the offensive foul. That's a three, and connecting is Al Horford. Horford is finally on the board tonight. Celtics with a tremendous lead and a missed alley-oop opportunity by Toppin. Boston comes back with the ball. Horford gives it outside to Tatum. Tatum has made his last three-point shot attempts in a row. Slows down the ball. 12 on the shot clock. Tatum towards his right around the perimeter. Defended one-on-one by Obi Toppin on the outside. Pick set by Freedom. Now covered by Gibson. Tatum swings it at the right elbow. Horford. 4 on the shot clock. Horford passes out left wing. Dribbles left baseline. Richardson, runner. No good. Hit the rim short, and it's an air ball. Goes out. It's going to be shot clock violation. Actually didn't hit the rim at all. As that was a close look from there. Looked like it was had an opportunity to hit the rim, but it didn't. So it will be a shot clock violation by Richardson. Steven, welcome back in, man. Hopefully able to pull things out tonight for the Celtics. Looking great right now. Both of these teams battling for 10th place in the Eastern Conference. Last team in the play-in at the moment. Barrett gives it out to the left corner. Wide open three. Off the mark. Missed by Quickly. Offensive rebound. Keeps alive for New York. Barrett once again swings it out to the top. It's Randall. Pump fake. Dribbles up. 18-footer straight away. No good. Hit the rim short. Having a tough night tonight for Julius Randall. Offensive rebound again. Launches from deep. Missed another one at the right wing. Skipped around the rim and out by Randall. He is 0 for 5 from the floor. No points tonight for Julius Randall with 6:40 in the second. Schroeder dribbles, drives, right hand inside and finishes up and in off the backboard. That is good for 2. Getting to the rim by Dennis Schroeder. What a night tonight for the Celtics. 6:35 left to go in the second. It is Boston right now by 19, 45-26 as we head to a timeout. What a game tonight by Boston here, doing it in a multitude of ways. Players stepping up. Jaylen Brown, 12 points. Jason Tatum, 11. Dennis Schroeder. Let's get going. He's got 6. Josh Richardson off the bench has got 6. 12 bench points so far for Boston between Schroeder and Richardson. And then 4 points by Robert Williams with 2 blocks. 3 each by Horford and Smart. Boston has made 9 threes from the perimeter, 56% from the outside. Wow, Indiana right now up over Ohio State 40-36. Thanks so much for the update there, Vegas. Andrew, welcome to the stream, man. Rico on the stream. Yeah, Knicks have got quite a bit of offensive rebounds tonight, but not able to do anything with them. 5 offensive boards. Celtics with just 1 right now. Knicks shooting the ball low percentage from the floor, 35%, 10 for 30. And Julius Randall yet to be on the scoreboard. First time they met, he scored 35 in the season opener. Today he's got nothing, 0 for 5. This Saturday I'm not sure just yet. I know most of the day I'm gonna be out because I've been home from work all this week, so I get cleared to go back to work on Saturday. So I got catch up to do because I usually don't work on Saturday when I work at the station, but this Saturday I'm going in because I missed all this week out because I'm at home right now in quarantine, so I go back to catch up on Saturday coming up. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream on Saturday. And Sunday night, I have my rehearsal too on Sunday night. And then things for me actually start getting busy because the season for basketball picks up again for the teams that I'm covering for college. So I go back if hopefully if all things go well, because some of the games have started to get postponed or canceled. I'm supposed to go back next week to cover games. Because I know a couple of the teams from the conference had their games postponed yesterday, but the team that I've been covering started out back again yesterday because I hadn't covered them since December 4th because they had all road games, but they're back at home on the next game on the 15th. I got accepted into a barbershop choir, so we have, I got rehearsals every other Sunday for barbershop choir that I have. So that would be pretty cool. My sister sings in the chorus, and I used to do it, but before the pandemic, I used to do it, and then they went all virtual for like the past couple years during the pandemic, and they started up again. Providence is going to drop back a lot. Kentucky was playing undermanned because they had injuries throughout the game, so Kentucky's gonna be closer to their ranking for Kentucky. They're not gonna drop back as far as Providence. Providence got creamed against Marquette. So we get back to action. 45-26 to score. Burks bounce pass right corner. Fournier takes a three, no good off the rim. Not the night for the Knicks tonight at home. Knowing the Celtics, though, they have blown quite a bit of leads, but not a great look for these ticket holders right now that came into this game looking for a W for the home team tonight. Floater in the key. Jayson Tatum, top scorer. He's got 13. Boston largest lead by 21. They kept the lead and sustained it against the Phoenix Suns right after Christmas. Phoenix without their head coach Monty Williams in that game. It was a home game for Boston, and that ball gets stripped, picked up by Fournier, and he got the layup out of it. Lucky bounce goes the Knicks' way. They almost lost the handle there. Celtics have the ball. Schroeder. Now he's got main point duties. In place of Smart at the moment. Floats up the runner. Dennis Schroeder off the bench with 8 points. See what happens when everybody starts to play. Everybody's back healthy. They're only missing Peyton Pritchard tonight. And Broderick Thomas, which had played limited minutes in those games, that the Celtics were severely undermanned, but he's more known to play for G League Maine this season for Broderick Thomas. Tatum, jumper, right elbow, and he is on a roll right now. Jayson Tatum, tough night yesterday against the Spurs. He was put in health and safety protocol the week prior. Usually has his first game back, a tough one, but tonight on a back-to-back, he is delivering second quarter, getting into the momentum here for JT. Jumper, 15-footer, and finally on the board is Julius Randall. Took him quite a bit of time to do so tonight. Took Randall over 17 minutes. 4.5 left to go before halftime. Schroeder at the top, gives over to Horford. Back into the hands of Tatum. Tatum passes outside. Schroeder launches a three. Right wing. Trifecta. It's good. Perimeter triple is starting to drop tonight here for the Celtics. Imagine if they were consistent with that. They've been struggling from three-point range this year. 24th in the NBA, but when they connect, good things happen. Because they attempt a bunch of threes. Randall, left baseline dribble, high off the glass, gets one to go. Do I think we're going to eventually get a new number one team in college basketball? I do, even though Baylor right now is unstoppable, but they do play a tough schedule. Schroeder at the right wing, spots up, takes the three, hits another one. That is good, baby, for Dennis Schroeder. Bench points, something that the Celtics were struggling with throughout the past couple seasons. They got 14 off the bench by Schroeder, 20 combined between Schroeder and Richardson off the bench. 3.5 left to go in the second. Hook shot by Randall, and he is able to connect. Count it and one, coming up to the free throw line. Randall coming up to shoot one. 3:35 left to go in the second. Boston already putting up 32 points in the second quarter. Outscoring the Knicks 32-16. And one is good by Randall. So Schroeder having a big game already. 3 players in double figures by the Celtics. 15 by Tatum, 14 by Schroeder, 12 by Jaylen Brown. Ball into the hands of Schroeder. Schroeder, no look pass right corner. Horford gives it out to the top to Brown. 5 in the court currently for the Celtics. Brown, Horford, Schroeder. Robert Williams back into the game, and Marcus Smart. Jumper. Deep 2, missed by Brown. Battle for the rebound. Picked up offensively by Robert Williams. Crossover Brown. Pass right wing deflected. And jumping the route intercepted by Alec Burks. Euro step. Got it. Blocked by Robert Williams. It was Julius Randall who got denied. Time Lord with 3 blocks tonight. 3 minutes left to go before halftime. Schroeder dribbles towards his left. Gets the ball back off of a double team. Now covered by 1. It is Fournier in his face. Jumper. Step back. Gets it. Dennis Schroeder. What a night for the Celtics. He is up to 16. 2:40 left to go before halftime. Boston on the road. Things looking great when they've played on back-to-back so far this season, and it has been a good one so far today. Pump fake. Randall dribbles up, defended by Horford. Takes the jumper, mid-range, off the rim, no good. Rebound picked up by Dennis Schroeder at the right block. Schroeder takes it up the court. Pick set by Robert Williams. Schroeder jacks up a three at the left wing, off the rim, short, no good. Defensive rebound picked up by Fournier. Knicks have the ball approaching the 2-minute mark left to go before halftime. Boston by 24. Fournier at the top of the key, dribbles up, floats up the runner. 15-footer, rolls around the rim, it goes in. Evan Fournier, only one that showed up today. He's got 16 points. Other than that, the number 2 scorer for the Knicks is Julius Randall, and he's got 7. And he was held scoreless throughout the first 17 minutes approximately in this game. Horford on the board with another jumper. He's got 5 points tonight, knocks down the right baseline Jay. Knicks more known for their defense, but allowing the Celtics to 61 with 1:31 left to go in the second. This has been a game that there's not been many fouls at all. This has gone by quick so far in the first half. And as soon as I say that, here's a Celtics foul. Boston as a team is not even close to foul trouble right now. The Celtics only have 4 fouls at the moment as a team. 2 of those by Marcus Smart, and then 1 each by Horford and Robert Williams. The Knicks with 6 fouls as a team. We're almost at halftime currently, and it's blown by. This game has flew right by tonight. RJ Barrett just 1 point tonight, 0 for 7 shooting. First shot, he gets to the line. Second one is good. Both of the free throws he makes. Tyler, welcome back in the stream, man. Jacob, welcome back in. Glad to have you back in. Minute 20 left to go before halftime. Tatum turns the corner, dribbles inside as he is defended by Robinson. Missed a shot, but the putback is good, though, by Robert Williams. Physicality at the rim by the Time Lord. He showed up first 2 possessions right out of the gate to dictate this game, as he had 2 buckets at the rim of the block. Williams has 3 blocks tonight, just altered the shot. Offensive rebound, Robinson puts it down, count it, and 1. It's going to be 1 free throw coming up at the line. Oh man, yeah, I thought I was missing somebody. Ochai Agbaji is the one I was missing, because I had just covered Kansas a couple of nights ago. He's the one that I was thinking about. For like he's definitely top 5 this year. I think he's national player so far of the year for Ochai Agbaji. He has carried Kansas. Him and Christian Brown are such a dangerous duo. They're a really good team that if they can only get their front court into it, which they did against Oklahoma State, they're making a deep run. Because David McCormack was excellent in the last game. I've got Agbaji now at the moment though. Woody on the stream, welcome back in here, bud. 56 seconds left to play before half. Celtics indeed a machine tonight, doing it a multitude of ways. Smart lobs it up over the top, and that is a brilliant play by the Knicks as they deflect it, taking out Robert Williams with a golden alley-oop opportunity and cashing in points for the triple. Nothing you could do about that if you're the Celtics. That was an excellent defensive play there by the Knicks, deflecting the alley-oop passing and going in for 3. Horford launches a 3 off the rim short. Defensive rebound pulled down by Burks. They're pushing it. Bounce pass ahead of the pack. Barrett throws it down. And now things are starting to look the Knicks' way. Celtics looking for a bucket before halftime to stop that momentum swing. 20 seconds left to go before half. Boston up by 16. Tatum slows down the ball. 12 seconds left to play before halftime at the left wing, defended by Barrett. Tatum, 1-on-1, takes the 3. No good off the rim, short. That's 2 missed threes off the front rim. Offensive rebound, Smart takes a 3 himself at the right wing. No good, hit the rim short. Fournier, as he goes for a half-court shot and misses off the bottom right part of the backboard, and we close out going to halftime. Celtics by 16. Let's see if they can sustain it. They did against Phoenix last week. Tonight, right out of the gate, huge game, putting up 63 in the first half. All right now we're at the half. If you guys are new in the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. We get to halftime really quickly here tonight between these two teams. Celtics on a mission. First quarter, it was Jaylen Brown. He had 12 points in quarter number 1. Didn't play much in quarter number 2. Jason Tatum soaring out. 13 points in quarter number 2. He's got 15 total for Tatum. Big impact here off the bench in the second quarter. That would be Dennis Schroeder. 16 points by Dennis Schroeder, 7 for 8 from the floor. And those three combined are torching their competition tonight in this matchup between Brown, Tatum, and Schroeder. The go-to three combining for 43 points out of the 63 tonight for the Celtics between that trio. For the Knicks, it is all Evan Fournier. 19-point score by Fournier. The only player in double digits at the moment. Number 2 scores Julius Randall with 7, all in quarter number 2. Oh, man, that's unfortunate there. Peter Bogdanovich passing away at age 82. That's so sad there. Who do I think is going to win National Coach of the Year? I think it's going to be TJ Otzelberger from Iowa State. Last year they went 0-18 in the conference, and this year they only have one loss against the number 1 team, Baylor. It's a remarkable turnaround. They were projected to finish last in the Big 12, and in the toughest conference in college basketball, they're inside the top 25. And it's his first season as a head coach for Iowa State, and he came over from UNLV, where they had a losing record last year with him as a head coach at UNLV. And that's a massive jump going from the Mountain West all the way to the Big 12. Right now, we'll take a look. Scoreboard update as we head into halftime. Grizzlies pounding the Pistons tonight, 25-8. And then the Warriors leading the Pelicans 17-13. Clippers take on the Suns later tonight. Only 4 games going on tonight, as there's not that big of a basketball slate between NBA and college hoops as well. Illinois leading Michigan in college basketball 54-47. A lot of mid-major games going down today at the moment. Indiana leading Ohio State 47-45. Here's the mid-major game of the day. Loyola Chicago, 10-2 record. They only have losses against Auburn and Michigan State. Loyola Chicago knocks off San Francisco, who entered the matchup with a 13-1 record. Final score 79-74. That's a team to watch out for in the tournament. They do damage. The Ramblers, especially with a history considering with Loyola Chicago, you never want to count them out. That team has multiple seniors on that team. They're one of the best three-point shooting teams nationally. They are an undersized team. They did lose Cameron Krutwig in the offseason, the graduation, but they're all about perimeter play for Loyola Chicago. Who would be the pick to win a Baylor Kansas if they played right now? I've got Baylor in that game. Kansas is good. I think the difference in that matchup, it would be the twos. That's what Baylor has thrived upon this year. They've gone out to a slower start with a 3-point shooting. Last year they were all threes. This year they're a 2-point shooting team. Whereas Kansas, their struggle has been the front court, and Baylor's got lockdown guards on their team that take away the perimeter play from their opponents. And it's basically, Kansas is a guard-heavy type of team that they have. Their top 3 scorers in the backcourt, Ochai Agbaji and Christian Brown. Those two are a dangerous duo. And then Remy Martin. And then after that, it's David McCormack in the front court with Mitch Lightfoot, which I cannot even believe that I'm saying Mitch Lightfoot's name right now, that he's actually one of the top 5 players in the team. Jalen Wilson has basically not been relevant this season for Kansas. He's out to a rough start this year. And last year, he was a double machine. And he's out to an extremely slow start. And Baylor's coming in as one of the top passing teams. There's no drop off from last year. They picked up James Akinjo in the transfer portal from Arizona, and they just picked off where they left off. They're one of the top passing teams nationally. They got a dynasty going on right now at Baylor, from what it looks like. If you guys are new in the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe right now. We're just at halftime. Glad to have you guys be a part here in the stream tonight. Celtics usually have that first game disappointing with a day of rest in there, but coming back in a back-to-back, that's when they've been much better, able to prove themselves, and they know what to work on and actually put in the work for this type of game, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. Boston, 5 blocks as a team. Robert Williams with 2 blocks in the first 4 minutes. He's got 3 blocks total, and then 2 other blocks off the bench by Grant Williams. Dennis, welcome back to the stream here, man. Yeah, I agree. I think they got a dynasty. They got a dynasty brewing for Baylor. Many years to come. Yeah, that's shocking. That's a big game for Indiana, though. We're seeing a lot of these bubble teams pulling out victories lately in games that they needed to prove against top 25 opponents, and Indiana's one of them that they needed to prove a game there. These bubble teams are getting victories at home against top 25 ranked teams. Let's see who we got tomorrow. I want to see who's on the schedule for like top 25 coming up. Or the weekends would probably be better to see. Yeah, Penn State's not a bubble team, so I don't expect them to beat Purdue. They did beat Northwestern though yesterday, which Northwestern is another team on the bubble. Providence hosts St. John's. Seton Hall hosts UConn. Okay, so a lot of the top 25 teams on Saturday are hosting teams that's not in the top 25, which I had said prior. It's top 25 teams on the road at bubble teams. Villanova's at DePaul. DePaul usually just drops in the Big East. I don't expect Villanova to lose that. Oklahoma State's not playing for the bracket. If they were, they probably would be able to win Texas. They played Kansas close though, and Texas played a close game against Kansas State when Kansas State was without multiple players. That's kind of concerning. Wake Forest needs that against Syracuse. Wake Forest is playing Syracuse on Saturday. That's a game that Wake needs. Right now, they're directly on the bubble. West Virginia on the bubble. They're taking on Kansas State at home. Rhode Island's got a tough game for URI on Saturday. They haven't played in weeks, and they haven't played a D1 opponent in weeks. They just played against a D3 opponent on New Year's because LaSalle had canceled out, so they played against American International from Springfield, or they played against a D2 school. But URI's got Davison on the road at Davison to start out A10 play on Saturday. Oh man, Michigan State at Michigan is on Saturday. Michigan's not even on the bubble right now though. They're not even close. They're 7-6. A lot of work for them to do if they want to climb back in. I think this one, though, is the one to get an eye on. San Diego State hosting Colorado State. I think San Diego State's going to take that one on Saturday, honestly. San Diego State's a bubble team at the moment, and they're led by their defense. And Colorado State's coming off a pause. They did play the last game against Air Force, but they haven't played like enough games coming off a pause. If you're San Diego State, I think you take full advantage of that game. That game is at home for SDSU. What ACC game is going to be good on the weekend? Let's see here. This game is whoever. So this game is must win. Clemson at NC State. That's basically a determination game for the standings. I think NC State wins that game. They played Purdue. They played Purdue close. Yeah, Virginia UNC. That's a huge game. North Carolina. I've got UNC taking that one. So they're back at home. They just lost against Notre Dame, which Notre Dame yesterday was in must-win territory. Notre Dame back in must-win territory against Georgia Tech. I'll go Pitt over Boston College. Pittsburgh's getting better. Duke Miami is going to be a good game. Miami's a small ball team, though. They're out to an undefeated start in the ACC, which is shocking. I like Duke, though, in that game. That I just think the size of Duke's going to be too tough for Miami to handle in that matchup. It's at Cameron Indoor, but great start for Miami. But that's one of those things that only small ball can get you so far. That would be shocking if the Canes win that one. Yo, Louisville against Florida State. It's at Florida State. I'm going to go Louisville there to win that one. Florida State's struggling on both sides of the ball this year. Historically, they've been a great team at home, but this year it's more of like a down rebuilding type of season. They lost a bunch last year for Florida State. What's good, Ryan on the stream? Welcome in. Should be a really good game there. UNC and Virginia on Saturday. I think Virginia is going to be one of the most improved teams in the country come March. They usually start out really slow, then they get better and better and better. Yeah, this is not good for Miami. Miami's first offensively in the ACC, but they're last defensively. They're 294th defensively for the Hurricanes this year, and they're taking on Duke. They're almost last in rebounding. That's a mismatch. So even though the records don't really say it right now, both of those teams at the top of the ACC between Miami and Duke, that would be shocking if the Canes in general just knock off Duke. Wow. Miami struggles in a lot of things. I don't know how in the world that this team is 12-3 right now. The players listed on their roster, they don't have size at all. Their top rebounders listed at 6'5" for Miami, and their top 4 scorers are all guards. They got no front court, which is going to be tough when they compete against Duke, because Duke's all about inside using their size, able to just take advantage of all their one-on-one matchups. And I'm looking at Miami's stats right now. Miami is 323rd in field goal shooting defense. Yeah, there's a way I can look it up. Let's see. They have something about it. This just led me to who Miami has played. They've been in shootouts with all their teams they have played. They beat Wake Forest by 8. They beat Syracuse by 1. Both of those games were at home. So they have won. They're undefeated in the conference. And okay, so they have played every single conference game they have played so far for the Canes. They're 4-0, but every single game they played has been at home. And now they play 2 straight games on the road at Duke and at Florida State. So let's see about Louisville here. What's good? Wick in the stream. Welcome in, man. Jose, welcome back in. Yeah, I haven't been streaming like games in the weekend or so because I only get the games from national TV, which they haven't done the Saturday ABC games yet. They only done one of those, and it was Philadelphia against Golden State back in December. I think they're gonna do more of those Saturday night games coming up. Louisville, offensively in the conference, they're at number 7, and defensively they're number 4 in the conference. They rank it through conference games. So let's see. Louisville's best in the conference. Some of the stuff that they do really well, that would be rebounding. They're number 2 in the conference in rebounds. And then that's like the top thing they do most well. And then stuff that they struggle with. That would be steals per game. They're at 12th. Then free throw percentage, they're right now around 70%. That is number 12 at the moment. And then 3-point percentage is at number 7 in the conference, but 3-point defense is at number 3. So we start out quarter number 3 as we get back into action. Knicks down by 16 at halftime as they take a 3 and deliver with R.J. Barrett. Barrett makes his first jumper of the game. Barrett now 7 points. 11.5 left to go in the third. Celtics left to right in the court. Jaylen Brown had a big first quarter with 12 points. Brown gives it over to Tatum. Tatum with a big second quarter. Mid-range shot, step back, missed off the mark. Defensive rebound, pulled down for the Knicks. At the left wing, it's Burks. Dribbles up to the top of the free throw circle. Gives it outside to Randall. Randall backs his way inside the post on Horford. Randall moves it over to Barrett. Turns the corner. Drives down the lane. High off the glass. No good. Pinwheels around. Defensive rebound picked up by Tatum. Under 11 minutes left to go in the third. Deflected off the foot of Burks. It's going to be a kicked ball. Clock will stop with 10:54. Am I going to do the UNC game this weekend? I have to work a lot this weekend, so unfortunately, probably not. I got stuck in quarantine for this whole week, so I'm going back to work on Saturday because I have to do a bunch of catch-up. 3-point shot in transition off the steal. It's Fournier, and the Celtics have to sustain the lead to win the game, and not a good sign right here. It's a 6-zip run for New York. Quick timeout taken by Ime Udoka. It's a 10-point game. 10:42 in the third. And six quick points by the Knicks in the first minute 18 right out of the gate in the third. Problems for Boston. It's been like this all season long. It just gets to your head. You get too comfortable. And once again, they are getting way too comfortable right now. Yeah, I'm not sure about Saturday night for the NFL. It all depends because I don't know how much. It will probably be basketball for college once I return home, but I'd have to see. Gonna release the poll results right now. It's been a quick game tonight. Celtics up in the poll, 76-24. Thanks so much all for voting tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe right now on the timeout. James MB, welcome to the stream, guys. Yeah, not good right now. It's just this game's just opened up wide. Yeah, Brad. I think I don't know what they would have done in the offseason. I know a lot of fans had called for Brad Stevens to step down as the head coach or for there to be a firing. The Celtics haven't fired a head coach in a long time. I think probably like before I was born was the last time that they actually fired a head coach. Brad Stevens actually stepped down to take the place of Danny Ainge as president of basketball operations. And Brad Stevens he didn't like really want to coach the team anymore. I heard that he was like tired from coaching, and this was going all the way back to the bubble in Disney World, that he was like getting tired of coaching, so he wanted to try something different. Yeah, Knicks still have Julius Randall. So the Celtics never got rid of him. Brad Stevens is still in Boston, but he's just the president of basketball operations. He not the coach anymore. Who's my favorite rapper? I'd have to take Eminem. Hoosiers or Teen Wolf? I'd go Hoosiers. Finally, the Pistons are making it a game. They were trailing at one point, 26-7. The score now is 43-28. Grizzlies over the Pistons. And then Golden State leads by 9 on the road at the Pelicans, 29-20 in the early second. Steph Curry, Draymond Green, both not playing tonight. Still a lot of game left to go. 10.5 in the third. Celtics with the ball as we're back from the timeout. We see how they respond coming up right here. Tatum takes the three-point shot straight away. Connects. Knicks are on a 14-0 run. Jason Tatum making sure to silence that. That's a huge triple. Boston finally finding a bucket so they can get back on their own momentum swing. Knicks with the ball. Approaching the 10-minute mark left to go in the third. At the left wing, Burks gives that left corner fadeaway. Makes it look like a tough shot and couldn't connect. Fournier made it more complicated than he should have. Rebound to the Celtics. Tatum off the pick set by Robert Williams. Dribbles down, kick out, right corner to Smart. Shovels the pass off to Tatum. 12 on the shot clock. Tatum, defended by Fournier, gives it out to the top. Open three. Smart straight away. Gets it a go. That is good. Pinball wizard. Marcus Smart hits the three. Wasn't easy. Bouncing all around the rim off of the knock off the backboard. And here's the block by the Time Lord. Block number 4 tonight by RW3 for the Celtics. Now it's into the hands of Brown. Brown driving. Floats up a tough shot off the glass. Put back is good though. Al Horford gets it for 2. 71-53. 9:20 left to go in the third. Wow, Indiana needs that one. Thanks so much for the update there, Vegas. 61-48, Indiana over Ohio State in the final 3.5 minutes. And a timeout taken on the floor by Tom Thibodeau here for the Knicks. 6-zip run at 1 point for New York. Boston will let that go down as nothing much. We'll do it ourselves. 8-zip run by the Celtics. Boston leads 71-53. Wow, great job here by the Celtics to get right back into this game. Talk about an underrated stat tonight. Robert Williams only has 6 points, but he's got 5 blocks. He's been massive. He had 2 blocks in the first 4 minutes for Robert Williams. So key. Celtics as a team, 7 blocks tonight. 5 by all 7 by the Williamses. 5 by Robert, 2 by Grant. 22 points by Evan Fournier from New York. He's the top player. Nobody else has scored in double figures. And then for the Celtics, Boston chipping in trio in double figures. 18 by Tatum. Tatum's made 4 threes after a cold start, just 2 points in the first quarter. He has turned it on ever since. He is back. 16 off the bench by Shooter and 12 by Brown. And as a team, Boston scored 22 off the bench. Tonight, the Knicks have scored just 9. And that's without Peyton Pritchard. So great to see there for the Celtics. Everybody healthy. besides Peyton Pritchard tonight and Broderick Thomas, only 2 players listed out for Boston. Thomas has played more with G League Maine than actual playing time with the Celtics, only when Boston's been down multiple players when they were in health and safety protocol around Christmas. But this is just great work right here by Boston tonight. What they have done, physicality. It all starts. It all starts how you play right from the get-go. And Robert Williams III was the one who made an instant impact and showed the Celtics how to play this game tonight. First 2 buckets by Robert Williams at the rim. Celtics were up 4-0. First defensive possession of the game, Robert Williams gets a block. And here we are, back from the timeout, Robert Williams making an impact with a block. And then Tatum up on the other side of the court, transition 3, and he drills it. So it's plays like those that an underrated type of part of the roster tonight has been with Robert Williams, what he has set with a tone tonight for the Celtics right out of the gate. It's good to see what Boston has done here. 56% shooting, 52% from 3, 13 for 25 from the perimeter. And that's huge because the Knicks are bottom 4 in the NBA in scoring, and they just haven't been able to catch up. The most they were able to do was put it to a 10-point game. But then Boston coming out of the timeout on an 8-zip run themselves. So we'll see coming back into this timeout who will respond once again. As we are right back into action for the Knicks to keep themselves in this game. They need Evan Fournier on the court, and they have him right now out there. That is block number 6 by Robert Williams. Jumper for the 3, and it goes down for New York. It is Julius Randall who hits the triple. Boston with under 9 minutes left to go, third quarter. Top of the key at Smart. Smart dribbles up, free throw circle, gives it outside once again to Tatum. Tatum at the left elbow. Pump fake defended by Fournier. Pass deflected. Almost stolen. Randall almost picked it up, but Smart gets it. Horford passes right corner. Pump fake Brown outside. Horford wide open 3. Couldn't connect. Oh, what a follow. Tatum takes it to the bucket off the putback. Soaring up like Superman right there, baby, for JT. Wow. Loving that fight on grabbing that basketball right there. Second chance points in the favor for Jason Tatum. Randall pump fake at the right elbow. Defended by Horford. Step back jumper deep 2. Hit the front rim as it went short. Tatum with a defensive rebound. Nice pass. Swings it down low to Brown. Turnaround scores at the rim. Oh, see me. You can't. Jaylen Brown. Right past his eyes right there with his reaction to the pass by Jason Tatum. 20 points by Tatum, 14 by Brown. Tatum's got 7 assists as well. Top of the key 3. Randall forcing up a prayer. Sinks it. That's good. 16-point game once again. Under 8 minutes left to go in the third. Wow, Trace Jackson-Davis, huge game, 5 blocks, 25 points. I saw he had a double-double tonight for Indiana, 65-48 statement to keep him into the bracket. Left corner 3 missed by Horford, tipped to the perimeter, saved by Tatum. Tatum has it, 10 on the shot clock. Tatum towards his right off the pick by Robert Williams. Jacks up the 3, off the back rim, no good. Defensive rebound, pulled down by Burks. Here goes New York, 7.5 left to go in the third. Randall, top of the key 3, around the rim and out. Smart with the defensive rebounds. He puts it outside to Tatum. Tatum dribbles inside. Kick out. Corner. Open. 3. Horford out of look. Couldn't come down with it though. Burks. Pass ahead. 2-on-1. Fournier gives it over to Barrett. And no good. Tough defense. Brick wall at the rim by the Celtics. Swiped away by Tatum. Burks has it back though. To the right corner. Randall. Defended 1-on-1 by Horford. 8 on the shot clock. Cross court pass to Barrett. Barrett dribbles into the key, moves it out to the top. Burks, 1 on the shot clock, didn't realize it's going off. Fade away, couldn't get it off in time. Was Fournier. Shot clock violation for the second time tonight by New York. Clock will stop. 6:46 left to go in the third quarter. Boston's defense, a brick wall out there right now. 6 blocks by Robert Williams. 8 as a team. All 8 between the two Williamses. 6 by Robert, 2 by Grant. Under 7 minutes left to go in the third. Boston by 16. Tatum with the ball. Top of the key. Tatum, spin move. Down the lane, right hand. Slips past his defender. Up and off the backboard, baby. Count it and 1 by Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Dennis Schroeder, Robert Williams. Big time tonight between the quad players. Jason Tatum, he is back. Viper, down the lane, the score. Spin move, he's got 22. At the line, shooting 1, delivers. Huge statement indeed there. What a night for Indiana. 67-51. Thanks so much for the update there, Vegas. The Hoosiers picking off the Buckeyes tonight in college hoops. Fournier moves it outside to Burks, and a foul committed by Boston. Always a good sign when your team's not in foul trouble tonight. And tonight in this game, the Celtics have only picked up 6 personal fouls. The Knicks as a team have picked up 8. Both of these teams haven't gone to the free throw line much. It's resulted in a extremely fast game. Boston by 19. Jumper, 15-footer, Barrett, as he puts it through the net. Celtics have the ball past midcourt with Schroeder. 5 of the court for the Celtics. Schroeder, Horford, Tatum, Brown, and Robert Williams. Tatum has it at the top of the key, defended by Barrett. Gives it over right baseline, Horford. Dribbles right baseline, and his pass gets intercepted by Fournier over to Barrett. Barrett on the outside, dribbles up, lost the handle. Robert Williams comes up with a steal. He has been huge defensively tonight for the C's. Robert Williams, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 6 blocks. Schroeder at the top, moves it over to Brown. Brown, deep range 3, off the back rim, no good. A rebound picked up defensively by Fournier. 20 in the shot clock, Fournier gives it outside the right corner. Barrett back out to Fournier, pump fake, slide to the left, open 3 straight away. Evan Fournier, no good, skipped around the rim. Gibson puts it into the wrong hands, looking for the offensive rebound. Celtics have it. Schroeder dribbles, left baseline, big drive, gets to the bucket and scores, up and in off the backboard. Able to slip right past Evan Fournier to the hole. Boston by 19, once again coming up to shoot 1 at the free throw line. It's Dennis Schroeder. Big difference maker in this game tonight. Points off the bench. Dennis Schroeder. He's having himself a night. 18 points tonight for Schroeder. Boston as a team, 24 bench points. The Knicks tonight, just 9. D-Wade, what's good? Welcome to the stream here, brother. What a game tonight by Boston. A trio of players in double figures. 23 by Tatum. 18 now by Schroeder, looking for 19, and 14 by Jaylen Brown. Robert Williams with 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 blocks. Schroeder shooting 1 at the line. And it rolls through. Celtics by 20. Tough one for the Knicks. Number 27 offense in the NBA, and right now they are just stagnant. At the top, Randall bobbled the ball, able to get it back, defended by Horford on the perimeter. Gives it outside to Fournier, passes off to Randall. Randall kicks it out in the look to kick it out, and he got fouled before. Clock will stop with 5:17. Yeah, Memphis is really good. They went on a big winning streak without Ja at one point. Celtics indeed running away with this one. Starting to sustain leads. They did that against Memphis last week. Inbound coming up for the Knicks, trailing by 20. Fournier has the ball, right baseline Jay. Off the back rim, no good. Tatum soars up, snags the defensive rebound. Tatum at the top, defended by Fournier. He's going to slow down the ball. 5 minutes left to go in the third. Tatum, spin move, down the lane, drives. Tatum, triple team, back out to the top, passes off to Schroeder. Pump fake, no look, pass right wing. Open 3, Grant Williams. Missed off the mark, no good. Defensive rebound, pulled down by Burks. Knicks have possession. Fournier lobs it, left wing Randall. Defended by Grant, dribbles up, jumper, that's way off the mark. Pinwheels off of Richardson, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to stay Knicks basketball, 4:42 left to go, but Julius Randle has been severely off tonight in this matchup. 5 for 15 shooting, 13 points, the number 2 score, but his efficiency is way off the mark. Knicks with the inbound, back over to Randall. Randall. Spin move. In the key. Back out to Quickly. Oh, Tatum deflecting that one. Get that out of there as Quickly tried to float up a quick runner over Tatum. Poked it loose to the perimeter, out of bounds. Uncle Pizzle, what's good? Welcome to the stream once again, man. Celtics playing strong tonight. 9 blocks as a team. Haven't seen this great of a performance in quite a while. Burke's just going to float up a magical circus type of shot as the shot clock runs down and did not hit the rim. The Knicks are playing extremely poor tonight. That is the 3rd shot clock violation by New York. There's nothing going on with their offense whatsoever in this game. 29% shooting in half number 2. And the Celtics turned it over out of bounds. Something that Boston hadn't been doing much tonight. Jamie, welcome back in. Strong showing here for the Celtics. Good to see. At the left wing, Fournier. Fournier defended by Shooter. Lobs it over into the hands to Randall. Gives it out left corner. 3 in the air. Fournier hits it. Jack, welcome on back. Glad to have you in the stream. Hope all is going well. Celtics, 17 points up. Shooter around the perimeter. He's defended by Fournier at the right wing. 15 on the shot clock. Pick set by Horford. Bounce pass right wing Horford. His pass deflected. Goes all the way into the Celtics backcourt. Stolen by Quickly. Quickly shovels to that left corner. Randall pump fake to the outside of Fournier. Poked loose out of bounds from behind. It's going to stay Knicks ball. Yeah, it's just been Fournier tonight. 25 by Evan Fournier. Randall's got 13, but he's missed 10 shots from the floor. And nobody else in double figures for the Knicks. For the Celtics, trio of players in double figures. Tatum 23, 19 off the bench by Shooter. Having an extremely efficient game. 8 for 9 shooting, 14 by Jaylen Brown. With 12 of those points in the first quarter. 3 is good at the top of the key. Evan Fournier puts the Knicks win in 14. Still not over yet. Celtics have to close it out. Richardson, Schroeder, Tatum, Grant Williams, and his Freedom. 5 of the court for Boston. Schroeder dribbles, drives, slips past Taj Gibson, and a blocking foul. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Dennis Schroeder. What a night for the Celtics. All they have to do, keep on sustaining this with 3:10 left to play. If you guys are new, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe, and thanks so much for joining in tonight. Yeah, if I was a Knicks fan and got tickets for this game, I would be ripped right now as well. The Celtics have been an up and down roller coaster all season long. Both of these teams are battling for the final spot in the play-in for a battle of number 10. This game has gone by extremely fast. This might be one of the fastest streams I've ever covered in quite a long time. There's only been, as the second shot by Shooter misses, rolls around the rim and out. There's only been currently 14 total free throws combined in this game tonight. Celtics with 8 free throws, 7 for 8. The Knicks are 5 for 6 from the perimeter. Missed 3 by the Knicks. Celtics up by 15 and they have the ball. Under 3 minutes left to go in the third. At the top of the key, Freedom hands it over to Schroeder. Schroeder dribbles, jumper, 15-footer off the front rim, poked to the perimeter, and Burks picks up the defensive rebound. Burks swings it outside it quickly, wide open, takes the 3 to his left and connects. And the Knicks once again hanging in the balance. Celtics have to close. Knicks have made 7 threes in the second half. Right corner 3 is by Richardson, but the Celtics are going to call a timeout. Momentum by the Knicks. Once again, we'll see how the Celtics responded 2 timeouts ago. They wanted an 8-zip run themselves back from the timeout. Once again, it's another tight game. Knicks at one point put it to a 10-point game. Now it's back to 12. 82-70. Boston, 2.5 left to go in the third. Going to come up out of the timeout. If you're new in the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks so much for joining in, being a part here in the stream tonight. Got a couple links out there. Feel free to check out. All posted in the description below this video. Check out the channel Discord. My Twitter links in the description, along with the merchandise link, which is now pinned to the chat. We got some pretty cool stuff out there. Short sleeve, long sleeve shirts, iPhone cases, pillows, stickers, sweatshirts. Check that out if you guys would like. And the memberships link is pinned to the chat if anybody's interested. As low as $1.99 per month. It gets you shout-outs at the end of each and every single one of my live streams that I do cover for channel members. Only two other games going on at the moment tonight for the NBA. Grizzlies leading the Pistons 58-46. And Golden State and the Pelicans playing each other. New Orleans has just taken a lead 47-46 over Golden State. Evan Fournier, big reason why. He's had 3 big games against the Celtics now, 32-32 in the first 2, and tonight he's got 28, the top scorer in this game. We're back to action. Jaylen Brown with the ball. Moves out to the top of the key, Grant Williams. Celtics 5 of the court currently. Brown, Robert Williams, Marcus Smart, Grant Williams. Poked around the perimeter. Richardson, the 5th player in the court. Richardson doesn't realize the shot clock's going off. Takes a late jumper off the side of the rim. No good. Lucky to get it off. Gibson, defensive rebound and fouled. It's on Grant Williams. Clock will stop with 2:06. That's only Boston's 8th personal foul of the night as a team. Knicks get the inbound, trailing by 12. Two minutes left to go in the third. Randall at the top of the key, gives it out to Fournier. Fournier at the left wing, defended by Grant Williams. Bounce pass, left elbow. Into the hands to Randall. And another foul. It's committed, looks like, on the Celtics. Clock will stop with 1:52. What's good, Iowa Bad Dogs in the stream? Welcome in, man. Knicks will get the inbound. Quickly. Has it at the top. Dribbles. Drives. Floats up a runner. Connects. And count it. That is a tough bucket by Emmanuel Quickly. And a chance to pull one in single digits for New York. $10 points for Quickly tonight. He becomes the 3rd Knick to score in double figures. 28 by Fournier, 13 by Randall, and Quickly makes it 11 as he hits the free throw. Concerning here for Boston. And it's a single-digit game. We'll see how they respond. They had as large of a lead as 25 at one point. And it's a reach-in by Fournier. Inbound for the Celtics. Smart. At the top of the key, defended by Fournier. Dribbles. Drives. Right hand inside. Missed the layup. No good. Off the back rim. And here's the Knicks with a defensive rebound. New York, 9-point game. Fournier. Crossover. Stripped loose by Robert Williams. Here they go. Pass ahead. Smart. Into the hands to Brown. Cashes it home. It's good for 2 with a layup out on the break. Robert Williams, huge game as he pickpockets Evan Fournier at the right wing perimeter. The Time Lord, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and 6 blocks. Quickly. At the left wing perimeter, he's defended by the Time Lord. 5 in the shot clock. Quickly now, dribbles top of the key, drives down the lane inside. High arcing shot off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, Randall powers his way on Grant Williams and scores. Up and in off the backboard, count it and 1. Strong bucket by Julius Randle. It's back to 9. D-Block, welcome back in there, man. Rich on the stream, welcome in. What a game tonight. Celtics by 25. Knicks making this one close. Julius Randle has shown up here in the second half. Second shot by Randle. No good, missed the free throw. Robert Williams, huge defensive rebound, rips it away with 45 seconds left to play. Knicks in a 14-3 lead on a 14-3 run last 3.5 minutes. Brown with the ball at the left wing, hasn't scored in quite a bit. Missed the three-point shot around the rim and out. Defensive rebound pulled down by Fournier. Knicks with a possession over to Randall. Randall dribbles, drives, powers his way on Grant Williams into the post, and the whole crowd goes wild. No offensive foul, and down on the court is two Celtics. Both of the Williamses banged up. As the clock will stop with 23.3 seconds left to play, Julius Randle lowers the shoulder. No offensive foul call with the referees, and the Celtics have the ball right back. Both are up and doing fine right now. Celtics with the shot clock turned off. Ball into the hands of Smart. Top of the key. 10 on the shot clock. Smart, Brown, Grant Williams, Robert Williams sets the pick. Josh Richardson, the fifth in the court, got stripped of the ball. Marcus Smart turns it over. It's going to be a corner jumper. Burks off the rim, no good. And we close out the end of 3. It's only a 7-point game. The Knicks on a 9-point third quarter advantage, 30-21. And now this is anybody's game going into the fourth quarter as the Celtics once again cannot sustain a large lead. Up by 25, and now it's 7. 12 minutes of basketball left remaining here as we'll head to the timeout. Coming back in for the fourth quarter coming up in a few minutes. Marky Mark on the stream, welcome in, man. If you guys are new, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Appreciate everybody for being a part here tonight. It just gets to their head. Would love to see this team sustain leads constantly. They've only done that once this year against the Suns. And at one point, Phoenix went on quite a bit of a run themselves to start off the third quarter to make things interesting. Then the Celtics able to go back on their own run. But here we are with only a 7-point game. Tatum with 23. Schroeder with 20, 16 by Jaylen Brown. He has been silent, though, in quarters 2 and 3 for JB. And for the Knicks, Julius Randle starting to come alive. 28 points by Fournier, Randle up to 17, and quickly he's now got 11. Time Lord's making a huge impact in the court tonight. I think you got to go here more Robert Williams in this fourth, because he has made a statement with the energy brought here in this game. 6 blocks, 6 rebounds, 6 points, 2 steals by Robert Williams tonight. Perfect 3 for 3 from the floor. Hey, thanks so much, Rich Sports. Really appreciate it, man. Both of the teams have made 13 threes. Celtics with a 25-point lead that they cannot sustain. 2 other games going on in the NBA at the moment here. Grizzlies lead the Pistons at halftime, 62-46. And the Pelicans up at the half over the Warriors. Golden State without Steph Curry and Draymond Green tonight, 47-46. Pelicans by 1 at the half. College basketball, a couple shockers tonight. It was Indiana who knocked off Ohio State. UCLA leading Long Beach State 76-59. Good to see UCLA back in action as they were on a severely long pause for quite a bit of time for the Bruins. Wisconsin taking on Iowa, 14-10 Wisconsin in the first half. Indiana knocked off Ohio State 67-51. A quick update in that Illinois-Maryland game as that game is gone final. And Illinois pulls out the victory 76-64. Daniel, welcome in. Jacob on the stream, welcome in. No problem, man. Glad to have you back whenever you get the chance. Celtics once led by 25. Now it's a 7-point game as we start off quarter number 4 of basketball action. Boston left to right on the court. They have the ball first. Hand off to Tatum. Passes right corner. Deflected by Quickly. Dangerous pass out of bounds. It will stay Celtics basketball. 13 seconds into the fourth. Brown, Horford, Smart, Robert Williams, Jason Tatum. That's the 5 of the court for the Celtics. Smart, bounce pass, right wing Brown. He dribbles up into the key, and he gets his shot blocked by Toppin to the perimeter. It goes out of bounds. Tried to track it down was Horford, but not able to. Turnover by Boston. Knicks are right in this game. The whole crowd is into it after being down by double digits throughout basically this whole matchup. Quickly passes out to the top of the key to Fournier. Fournier quickly, Gibson, Alec Burks, and Obi Toppin. That's the 5 of the court for New York. Jumper, 15-footer, Fournier. He is on a whole nother, or that's going to be a jumper by Gibson. Good for 2. Fournier's been great today, though, for New York, putting up some huge numbers, 32-32. And tonight for Fournier, at the moment, he's got 28. So 3 huge games against his former team. Last year after the trade deadline, missed 3 by Smart, skipped around the rim and out. Marcus Smart having a tough night, just 2 for 7. Less shots, more passing. 1 minute through the fourth. Quickly at the left wing. Shovel out to Gibson, back outside. Quickly, long range 3, dials it up and hits it. Emmanuel quickly, he's got some lethal range. It's only a 2-point game. Celtics need to get their priorities in order. They're going to choke on another big one just like they did on Christmas. 84-82 the score. Timeout taken on the floor by Ime Udoka. Oh man, yikes. The Boston Celtics right now are choking on a big fat steak. And it's not a Philly cheesesteak. It's inside the Empire State. And it's in the Empire State of Mind that is getting to their mind. 84-82 the score. Knicks creeping in at MSG as a timeout's taken on the floor by Boston. Oh, that's awesome there, Rich Sports. Yeah, I'll check that out sometime. Thanks so much for the recommendation there, man. If you guys are new in the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. This is a tough one right now to be watching in this second half. Second half's been quite a rough one for Boston here. This team is just a roller coaster, and it is all based on this game is basically their season in a nutshell. With this game, through this so far, a roller coaster. What's good, Shepard on the stream? Welcome in. For sure, man. I'll let you guys know when Randall comes back in. Yo, we got a lot of different fans here in the stream. I'm from Massachusetts, so I'm a big Celtics fan. Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins for my sports. My favorite college team is Providence, but I actually cover all different types of teams too. Yeah, so for the NBA, it's the Celtics are my team. I grew up and have lived in Massachusetts all my life. Oh, that's awesome. You're out in the UK. Awesome there, man. Yeah, I cover different teams though on the channel, so different NBA teams, and also I cover college hoops as well. If you're new in the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Celtics choking on a big one right now. Ime Udoka. Yikes. Not a good sign right now for Boston. Betty on the stream, welcome in. Yeah, it's massive choke. They were up by 25 points. They were up by 19 on Christmas, and they lost to the Bucks. Couldn't think it could get any worse than this, than that game on Christmas. But here we are. That 25 points. You choke up a 25 point lead. That's Doc Rivers like right there. Ulysses on the stream, welcome in. Thanks so much for joining in. Yeah, things been pretty well. Celtics up by 2. They have the basketball. We come out of timeout. 10:40 left to play in the fourth. 5 in the court for the Celtics. Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, who takes a 3-point shot, and he connects. It is good for the triple. Smart is 3 for 8 tonight from the floor. 10.5 left to go. So Tatum, Smart, Robert Williams, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown. 5 in the court for the Celtics. 5 in the court for the Knicks. Quickly, Taj Gibson, Alec Burks, Obi Toppin, and Evan Fournier, who's had a monster game tonight. Left baseline, Jibble Burks. Burks looking for a wraparound, rejected by the Time Lord. Block number 7 tonight by Robert Williams III. Boston with the ball. 10 minutes left to go in the fourth. It's Tatum who brings it up the court past half court. Gives it outside to Smart. Back into the hands to Tatum. Tatum dribbles inside the free throw circle. Takes the jumper. No good. He airballs it. And it gets rebounded by Toppin. Knicks have the possession. Quickly. At the right elbow. Double teamed. He's defended by Tatum now one-on-one. Gives it outside to Gibson. Puts the ball back into the hands to Quickly. Quickly with 7 on the shot clock. Bounce pass off the roll down Gibson. Kick out left wing perimeter. Burks floats up a runner inside the key. Rolls around the rim and out. And Robert Williams making an impact here. Able to tip the rebound over to Marcus Smart to get it. 9.5 left to go in the fourth. Celtics have the ball once again. Up by 5. Smart swings it outside to Brown. Deflected by Fournier. Brown dribbles towards his right on the outside. One-on-one defended by Taj Gibson around the perimeter. 5 in the shot clock. Crossover. Brown poked loose by Gibson and out of bounds. 2.2 seconds on the shot clock. It will stay Celtics ball. Micah, welcome to the stream. Harry, welcome in. Yeah, it was a 25-point lead one time by the Celtics. It was just a 2-point game just a moment ago until the Smart 3. That was the closest it's been. Tom, welcome in. Hopefully able to pull it out here for Boston tonight, but that's not a good look. Top of the key 3, contested, missed by Tatum. Rebound by New York. Quickly. Over to Fournier. Step back 3. He has been a laser beam tonight. And right there, he drills it. Evan Fournier, unstoppable against his former team that he played for after the trade deadline. 31 tonight by Fournier. Fournier has scored 32, 32, and now 31 in all 3 games against Boston this season. Might want to plug him in for your fantasy lineup purposes for just one game as a streamer whenever the Celtics come to town to face the Knicks. 8:39 left to go in the fourth. No lead indeed is safe in the NBA. Just ask Doc Rivers that. Inbound for Boston. Up by 2 once again. Smart moves out to the corner. Jaylen Brown launches. No good. Missed the 3 off the front rim. Knicks come up with a defensive rebound. Chance to take the lead, and it gets deflected out on the perimeter by Boston. It's going to stay Knicks ball. Two and 10 record by the Celtics tonight by games decided by 5 points or fewer. One of those games they lost last night on the game-tying layup that should have happened at the buzzer by Jaylen Brown. Missed 3 off and an air ball around the perimeter by Quickly, and stepping out of bounds trying to save it was Gibson. Celtics will get the basketball back. 8:15 left to play in the fourth. Anybody's game right now. Yes, I got that same exact thing, Harry. I got Warriors Nets in the finals right now. Tatum behind the back pass. Smart moves it out left corner. Brown dribbles left baseline, and Brown followed by Gibson. Clock will stop with 8:04. Celtics once again will get the inbound. Tatum towards his right around the perimeter. Moves it over to Smart. Wide open 3. Catching fire. Connects. Unlikely 3-point knock shot maker right here in the fourth quarter. It has been Marcus Smart with 2 threes in the fourth. He puts up the Celtics once again by 5. So Marcus Smart now able to get in double figures tonight. He's got 12, making his last 2 3-point shot attempts. 4 for 7 from the perimeter by Smart, saving the Celtics in the fourth. Tatum gets credit for his 9th assist of the game. Timeout taken on the floor by the Knicks. 90-85 to score. 7:52 left to go in the fourth. Anybody's game right now. Alright, 70 out in the chat. If you guys are new, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks so much for joining in tonight, being a part here on the stream. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, NBA games, college hoops games in the channel. And welcome in, being a part here if you guys are a first-timer joining in. Hit me up in the chat who you got in this one tonight. Celtics or Knicks. All sports fans are Appreciate it here, no matter who you root for, as we connect the world. All different types of countries watching the stream. All different types of fan bases. Yeah, man. I wish so, Tom. They're a long ways away from doing that, though. Just no model consistency this season. Once you think this team has turned a corner, it's nowhere in sight. Their longest winning streak's only been 3. And on that winning streak back in November, they beat the Lakers. And then they also beat the Thunder and the Rockets. So 2 of the youngest teams in the NBA. And then the Lakers when they were having some severe front court issues with their team. Yep. Celtics possibly could choke on another big one. And you know how I'm going to react at the end of the stream. Go back to the stream I did on Christmas against the Bucks if you did not see the ending of that one. When the Celtics choked in the big one. Up by 25 and now up by 5. It's been between 2 and 5 in this fourth quarter. Grizzlies leading the Pistons 62-48. Pelicans up over the Warriors, started the third quarter 51-48. Golden State without Steph Curry and Draymond Green tonight. Yep, they came back. Classic Celtics choking on another big one. UCLA in college basketball leading Long Beach State 90-72. Final tune-up before Pac-12 play begins. They had a bunch of games postponed or canceled for UCLA past few weeks. Wisconsin leads Iowa 22-19. I got Paul Pierce. Thanks so much for the sub, Tom. Really appreciate it, man. Knicks just started to get hot. They started to drop down in shots, and the Celtics got careless with the basketball and started to turn it over. A lot of bad passing in that third quarter by Boston. And just that Evan Fournier, he has been uncovered throughout this game tonight. Celtics have had a lot of cracks defensively around the perimeter. We're back to action. Fournier, jumper, 18-footer, high arcing, off the mark. Battle for the rebound, in and out of the hands of Taj Gibson and out of bounds. Celtics lucky it's going to be Boston ball. 7.5 left to go in the fourth. Boston, 5 in the court. Tatum, Smart, Al Horford, Robert Williams III, and Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder's had a pretty good game tonight as well. Off the bench tonight for Schroeder's. Tatum takes the 3, splash, and he connects. Schroeder's got 20. Tatum has now got himself 26, the top scorer for the Celtics. 8-point lead for Boston. 7:10 left to go. I've got Bucks and Bills in the Super Bowl, and an unbelievable shot by Emmanuel quickly as New York stands up, but they will not count it. The foul committed by Schroeder around the perimeter. Quickly, I believe one of his feet was on the line, so if it does count, it will be a 2. Right now, that shot will not count. The foul was occurred before the shot, the referee says for now. 7:10 left to play. They're going to go to the review board about this one. That should be a bucket by Quickly. Let's see here. Off the pick by Gibson, Quickly gets followed by Schroeder. And the fall occurred before the shot, the referees will say. 7 minutes left to go. That erased 2 points off the board by the Knicks. Cross-court pass, wide open 3. Randall back into the game and no good. Missed the 3 off the back rim. Defensive rebound picked. It's going to be offensive rebound picked up by the Knicks, and Fournier is torching Boston. Left corner, Jay, they count as a 2. It's 87 by Evan Fournier. Fournier is up to 33, surpassing his first 2 games against the Celtics, 32 and 32. Season opener in December 18th. Tatum with the ball at the top, crossover, slides it over to Smart, pump fake, slides to his left, wide open 3, takes it, could not connect. Marcus Smart made the last 2 threes before that, missed that one though. 6-point game. They pass it to the right block. Gives it outside Fournier, left wing 3 in the air, hits another one. This dude is sizzling. Evan Fournier. 93 to 90 to score. The Frenchman, the man who the Celtics could have still hung on to. And for fantasy purposes, plug and play whenever Fournier plays against Boston. They can't defend him. Tatum backs his way, gives it outside to Horford. Moves it over to Tatum, keeps on taking threes and connects. Jason Tatum, 29 points as he hits it. Huge triple. 5:45 left to go. Knicks with the ball, trailing by 6. Randall at the top of the key, gives over to Quickly. 5 of the court for the Knicks. Randall, Quickly, Mitchell Robinson, Evan Fournier, and RJ Barrett. Pump fake, dribbles up, drives in the key inside. Randall working on Horford, gets around him and scores. Huge bucket right there at the left block. Strong one too by number 30, Julius Randall. Boston has the ball by 4. A race to the finish here as we're coming down to the home stretch. Schroeder passes over to Smart, edge of the Knicks logo. Smart defended at the top by Fournier. Smart looking to pass it, bounce past to Tatum. Tatum at the top now, switched by Fournier. Tatum backs his way on Fournier, swings it out right wing, open 3. Smart, he'll keep on taking threes and misses another one. Huge offensive rebound by Al Horford. Back outside to Tatum, looking for 30. No good, couldn't connect. Defensive rebound by the Knicks. Tatum had a great look. Straight away from the top, left wide open. Knicks down by 4 with the ball. Randall looks to hand it off. Smart gets knocked down. Fournier is open. Fournier looking for more. Pump fake. Gives it outside of Randall. Randall dribbles up on the Time Lord, drives, and missed the layup. No good. Knocked down and fouled. Julius Randall to the free throw line, shooting 2. Robert Williams picks up the blocking foul. 96-92, 4.5 left to go. If the Knicks are going to pull off this game, watch for the blow-by move starting at the perimeter. Driving on Robert Williams. That is how teams are able to expose the Celtics this season, through blow-by moves starting from the top. And he just does not have the quickness to stay out in front of you on those blow-by moves. And that's what Randall tried to do right there. He read the scouting report and was able to do that, except not make the layup, but able to go to the free throw line, shoot 2. First shot is good. 3-point game with 4.5 left to play. This is a play-in game. Battle for the last team in the play-in, ahead of the Atlanta Hawks at number 12. The Knicks are number 11. The Celtics are number 10 at the moment because of margin of victory. Boston by 7 back on December 18th. Knicks in double overtime season opener back on October 20th. 2-point game now. Tatum gives it to a shooter. This is the deciding one before game number 4. Top of the key 3. Tatum takes it off the back rim, no good. Picked up on the rebound in the corner by Emmanuel. Quickly gives it over to Fournier, catch and fire 3, and guess who takes the lead? Not my team. They choke on a big one on the road. The Boston Celtics once again do it again. They choke on a big one. They're going to count it, I believe, as a 2, as his foot was on the line in the corner. Yes, his right foot was on the line in the corner. It's 96-96. 25-point lead has diminished to 0 by the Boston Celtics, and they choke on another freaking big one. Get out of here, man. Unfreaking believable. Absolutely despicable, and Evan Fournier was fouled as well. The player that left you in the offseason has torched you. He scored 32 in the first 2, and tonight he has done better than that, scoring 38. Fournier misses the free throw. We're still tied at 96. Celtics with a rebound by Robert Williams. Top of the key to the Time Lord. Gives it over. Oh, dangerous. Schroeder off his fingertips. Able to get it back. Schroeder. Crossover. Jumper. 15-footer. Off the front rim. No good. Defensive rebound. Pulled down by the Knicks. 3.5 minutes left to go. New York with the ball. Randall dribbles outside quickly. Dribbles up with a runner. No good off the back rim. Jaylen Brown picks up the defensive rebound. Boston going to slow it down. Brown at the right wing perimeter. They're going to call a timeout. Ime Udoka, brother. You have to talk things over. This is just despicable. Absolutely unacceptable. 96-96. You blow a freaking 25-point lead. You got to be serious, man. Come on. Timeout taken on the floor. 38 points by Evan Fournier in 39 minutes. Plug and play for fantasy purposes every single time he plays against the Celtics, because you know that he's going to score a 30-burger every single time. This team cannot defend the perimeter whatsoever. 3:24 left to go as we go on the timeout. Even with an off shooting night tonight by Julius Randall, missing 11 shots, he's up to 21, quickly with 14. 3 players in double figures. 4 to Knicks, 4 by the Celtics, 29 by Tatum. He's got 9 assists. 20 off the bench by Schroeder. Efficient at 8 and 11. Shooting from the floor, 16 by Jaylen Brown. He's only had 4, though, from the second quarter and beyond. Hasn't had the ball in his hands much. Marcus Smart has missed back-to-back threes after making the first 2 in the fourth. He's got 12. They need to prove right now who they're made of. Tatum and Brown are getting outscored right now by a former teammate, Evan Fournier. 39 points. Unbelievable. Celtics with the ball. Smart. Floats one up and gets fouled. Clock will stop with 3:15. It's on Barrett, who picks up the foul for the Knicks. Non-shooting foul. Celtics will get the inbound. Tatum, Brown, Robert Williams, Dennis Schroeder, and Marcus Smart. That's the 5 in the court for the Celtics. 8 in the shot clock. Tatum at the top of the key. Defended by Fournier. Dribbles up, gives it outside to Schroeder. Takes the 3. Off the back rim, no good. Too many threes. Got to get to the rim. 3 minutes left to go. Knicks with the ball. Barrett, Randall, quickly, Fournier, and Robinson. That's the 5 in the court. Randall, pump fake. Gives it outside to Barrett. Dribbles inside now, left block. Puts one up, no good. Altered the shot was Robert Williams. And the ball pinwheels around, out of bounds. Last touch by New York. Goes right back to Boston with 2:46 on the clock. A fight to the finish. Who's going to make the big shot? That is the key. Gritty game right here. It's anybody's ball game. Going to come down to who can make the big shot. Evan Fournier certainly has showed that he can all night long. Tatum missed the layup, looking for the reverse, but he gets fouled on the backside. And it's going to be 2 free throws coming up at the free throw line for Jason Tatum. Blocking foul committed by Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, it's sad, man. Extremely sad as a Celtics fan this season. Just watch when they choke on a big one against the Pelicans. Happens every single season. They choke on a big one against the Pelicans. At least one of those games they take on New Orleans is going to be marked down as an L. 29 by Tatum. Just needs a free throw to get the 30. He'll shoot 2 at the line. 2.5 left to go in the fourth. First shot by Tatum. He's got it. 30 burger on the board. Chris in the stream, welcome in, my man. Glad to have you back in. What a game we have. Celtics choked in the 25-point lead. Second shot by Tatum. Free throw is good. 31 now for JT. Knicks with the inbounds. Quickly takes it past half court. Defended by Schroeder. Now at the right wing. Moves it out to the top to Randall. 12 in the shot clock. They give it outside to Fournier. Fournier At the top of the key, pump fake, over to Randall. Now down the lane, Fournier floats it up over the top, no good. Pinwheels around, battle for the rebound. It's on the ground and knocked out of bounds by Robert Williams. He had it. Had it for a moment, and it will still stay Knicks basketball. Ooh, that's close. That might have been out by Robinson. I thought that was kicked by the knee of Robinson and out, but they're going to say it's out of bounds by... Oh, no, they're going to... Yeah, they will say it's out of bounds by Robert Williams. So inbound Knicks. Catch and fire three. Evan Fournier has scored 41. Celtics cannot lock up the perimeter whatsoever. This is an absolute disgrace. You cannot defend your former teammate. Come on. You had all these games and practices, all this practice time last season to defend Evan Fournier, and you haven't even figured out. Come on, man. Get out of here. Tatum to the bucket. Finger roll, counted and one by Jason Tatum. Single-handedly keeping the Celtics in this game, and now back with a lead is JT. One shot at the line for Tatum. He connects. Boston also in a bonus right now. 101.99. Minute 40 left to go. Tatum with 34 on the board. If you guys are new, no spoilers in the chat. We're about 30 seconds behind. Quickly in the right wing perimeter. And a timeout taken by New York. Clock will stop. 1:34 left to play. Celtics by 2. Knicks will have the basketball coming up out of the timeout. He was like that spotty. He was like that for a little bit of the games, but not consistent. He hasn't been consistent this season for Fournier, but whenever he's played the Celtics can't lock up the perimeter, cannot defend them, and he's gone off for every single time over 30 plus points that Fournier has scored. Just what if he's on your waiver wire in fantasy basketball, since he's not a consistent player, he's shouldn't be picked up on a regular basis, but he's a streaming option whenever the Celtics come to town to play. This has just been ridiculous. All these blown games. If you guys are new in the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well if you guys are new in the stream. That's a quick 30-second timeout, so we're going to get back to action here in just a moment. 1:34 left to go remaining. A minute 34 left to go. Knicks will have the basketball as they are down by 2. This game is at Madison Square Garden. 1 timeout remaining for the Knicks, 2 by the Celtics. 1 foul to give by Boston. Both teams have a coach's challenge remaining. Inbound for New York. Wide open 3 by Julius Randall. Where's the defense for the Celtics? Randall misses it. Boston is so lucky he missed it. Wide open at the top. Deflected out of bounds by the Celtics. It will stay Knicks ball. 1:26 left to play. Knicks will get the inbound underneath their hoop. Quickly, Randall, Robinson, Fournier. 5 in the court for the Knicks. Inbounds to Barrett, which is the 5th player for the Knicks. Barrett floats it up over the top to Mitchell Robinson, who alley-oop jams it, and the game is tied up at 101. Didn't see Mitchell Robinson slip behind the defense, did they? 1:10 left to play. Smart, Tatum, Robert Williams, Dennis Schroeder, Jaylen Brown. Top of the key, it's Tatum. Celtics just 2-10 this season when playing 5-point games, decided by games 5 points or less. Smart takes a terrible look at the shot and missed it at the right wing perimeter. Tie game, rebound to the Knicks. Fournier dribbles, poke loose from behind by Smart, picked up by Barrett. Left baseline dribble, passes out to the top. Quickly, dribbles, turns the corner, runner, it is good. Emmanuel quickly takes the lead at MSG for the Knicks. Timeout on the floor by Ime Udoka. You gotta be kidding me, brother. Celtics cannot stay in a lead. They choke on a big, fat one tonight. Up by 25. Absolutely gross, absolutely despicable for a one-time, one-year coach of Ime Udoka, and that should be it for him. Come April, he should be done. Look elsewhere in the offseason. They ain't getting past April basketball. That is for sure right now. 44.7 seconds left to play. After this game, if they drop this one and get the L, they are number 11 in the East. This is a battle between who wants it more. A playoff game right now, a play-in game. Who wins this game is number 10. Number 10 to be the last team in the play-in game. Still, quite a while to April. We're in the new year. Knock, knock. Remember that, Celtics? We are in 2022. 25-point lead. You choke on a big fat one. You didn't choke on a Philly cheesesteak tonight. You might next week, but you choked on a New York-style pizza, and you choked hard. 44.7 seconds left to go. The Celtics are down by 2 now. They choked on Christmas. They choke on the 6th of January, on Armenian Christmas. Celtics with an inbound. Schroeder, right baseline dribble, inside the key. Lost the handle, he turns it over. Here's the Knicks with it. Randall, 35 seconds left to go. Passes out to the left corner. Celtics gonna fall to give. What are they doing? They need to put together a stop here or it's going to be done. 8 on the shot clock, 23 left on the game clock. Barrett dribbles, drives, inside, and he gets fouled. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by R.J. Barrett. It should be with 18.8 seconds left to play. Dennis Schroeder lost the handle off of a double team underneath the hoop. Absolutely sad. And it's going to be 2 free throws to the line by Barrett to see if he can put it to a 2-possession game. The first one he misses. Second free throw coming up by Barrett. He connects. 18.8 seconds left to play. Who wants it more? Celtics need to make a shot here. One timeout by both of these teams. And the Celtics will burn their final timeouts. Final timeout taken by Boston, 104-101. Terrible. They aren't making April basketball this year. That is for sure. I've seen enough of this team. They're going to be number 11 going into the final day of April and not making it in. 26 years of my life, I've been a diehard Celtics fan, and this is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. 104-101, 18.8 seconds left to play. Boston will have the basketball coming out of the timeouts. Jason Tatum, 34 points. 16 by Jaylen Brown, who has not been getting many touches here lately in the second half. He's been carrying you throughout the last 8 games, putting up over 31 on the board the last 8 games. Marcus Smart's got 12. 20 by Dennis Schroeder. Everybody in the building knows that the ball is going to go into the hands of Tatum, so he needs to be ready to pass this one off. 18.8 seconds left to go. On the far side, Smart will be the inbound passer. Gives it over to Robert Williams. Now over to Smart. Turns the corner, drives down the lane inside with the right hand, and he gets fouled. Mitchell Robinson, the one who picks up the blocking foul. 15.4 seconds left to go. Marcus Smart will shoot 2. Celtics tonight at the line, they've only missed 1 free throw. 11 for 12. Knicks are 9 for 13. So it's not like we complain free throws that they missed multiple free throws off the board in this type of game. First shot by Smart hits it. Second shot coming up at the free throw line by Smart. It's up and it's through. 1 point game. Knicks will get the inbound. They also have a timeout remaining if they like to take one. They will not. Looks like Burks, the inbound passer. Burks looking to inbound it. He has got a lot of players swarmed. Tough pass, able to get the ball into the hands of Randall. Brown fell down. Over to Fournier. Deep three before. I believe there was a... There's going to be a foul. Celtics pick up a foul before. They had one to give. So 12 and a half seconds left to play. One to give for Boston for a foul. Brown just fell down on the inbounds passer. Actually, they didn't. They have him in the bonus right now. Yeah, the graphic is rolled up a while ago, so they're actually in the bonus now. Randall, first one missed off the front rim. And the Knicks will burn their... They won't burn their final timeout. I don't know why the graphic came up about that. New York Knicks timeout. They won't burn their final timeout. They got one timeout left to go. 12 and a half seconds left to play. Celtics out of timeouts. So the Knicks still have their final timeout. First one missed at the line by Randall. They're in the bonus now. Second shot by Randall connects. Celtics can tie it up with a 2. Win it with a 3. Here we go. Boston with an inbound. Tatum had the ball poke loose from behind. And his last touch by Burks next to the crowd on the near side. Lucky. That would have been the ball game if Burks had scooped that up, but he tried and was out of bounds. 8 seconds left to play. Smart, the inbound passer. Smart, Brown, Tatum, Schroeder, Robert Williams, 5 of the court, inbound off to Tatum. Tatum, 6 seconds left to go, 5. Tatum towards his right, dribbles, jumper, right elbow, J, high arcing, hits it with 1.5. Jason Tatum, tonight he has been massive with 36. 1.5 seconds left to go. Looks like most likely overtime. Big time delivery by JT. Jab step on Barrett, dribbles towards his right, takes it contested over RJ and sinks it at the right elbow. He finally gets one in the waning seconds of the game. That was nice right there by Jason Tatum. Welcome back, man. One and a half seconds left to go. Good to see there's fight in this team right now. Finally able to see fight in them. First game went into overtime. Double overtime exactly. Back on October 20th. Jason Tatum putting the Celtics on his back. Saving Boston tonight up by 25 at 1 point. It looks like it could very well go into overtime. We'll see right here. Knicks will get the inbound. 1.5 seconds left to play. New York for a chance to win the game. We'll see what comes up right now. No spoilers in the chat if you're new. They'll inbound in their front court. Celtics have failed to lock up the perimeter. The Knicks of a team have made 17 threes tonight. Boston as a team has made 17 threes. Here's the inbound. Burks passes. Barrett launches. Prayer contested. Banks it. And that is it. 18 threes made by New York. None bigger than the bank right there as they cash it home in NYC for RJ Barrett. He banks it off the glass, and the Boston Celtics choke on a big one tonight. Come on, man. 108 to 105. Absolutely gross. Absolutely disgusting. That is it. There's going to be no more April basketball and beyond for Ime Udoka as the head coach of this team because they cannot sustain a goddamn lead. The Celtics choking a big fat one tonight on New York style pizza. Final score 108 to 105 as RJ Barrett dribbles towards his right. Contested by Tatum, opens up the bank and hits it. And the Boston Celtics are 3 games below 500. And now not even in contention for the play-in at the moment. They drop to number 11, and the Knicks go up to number 10. 18 made threes by New York, trailing by 25, and they do it. And the Celtics just looking around stunned. This team simply does not look like a playoff team. They don't look like a play-in team. They look like a team that's going to drop one game at least to the Pelicans. That is how bad of a season this has been. Ugh. Terrible. A 25-point lead and they choke it. Not knowing how to defend the perimeter. Evan Fournier, their former teammate, has gone off scoring 32 in the first two. And tonight for Fournier, he puts up 41 and knocks down 10 3-point shots. Can't get any worse than this, can it? Unreal. Absolutely despicable. A come on man moment. No words for this team right now. Only thing I have to say, better be better next year. Better get better next year. Because it doesn't look like they're going to be going anywhere in 2022. They almost lost against the Magic at the beginning of this week. They barely beat the Magic. They needed Jaylen Brown to score 50 in that game. They lose to a team that had the same record as them. And the Celtics play them once again on Saturday. That's a wrap, everybody. Thanks so much all for joining in, being a part here in the stream tonight. Going to close out to the channel members. We have the channel members here. Thanks so much all for joining in. I'll get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. As we have Jason, Cindy, Verjeep, All That Deuce, Brian, SG Sports Talk, Russell, D-Block, BP, Greg, Oreo Pudding, Bino, Arohan, Mark, Mike, John, Jessica, Stephanie, Ahino, Joseph, Elkan, Gia Fernandi, Woody, Warren, I Am Ghost, Pamela, Keith, Isaiah, Man and Hayes, Barco, Dave, Rides of Steel, and Kelly. Thanks so much all for joining in tonight. Celtics haven't learned how to defend last-second shot around the perimeter. We've seen this happen now quite a bit against other opponents. Twice within a year span defending Luka on the outside. I remember last year when I covered Aaron Nesmith, who got shredded on a switch, defending Luka with a buzzer beater. Happened again earlier this year. Never learned from it. And today, they defend R.J. Barrett off the inbound, who was silent all this game, and Barrett makes the biggest shot of the game, scores 13 points on a bank towards his right, around the right wing perimeter, contested by Tatum. Thanks so much all for joining in. Knicks win 108-105. Celtics blew a 25-point lead to lose another one. Thanks so much all for joining in, and enjoy the rest of your Thursday night, guys.